Alright, hello, and hello. Welcome to the Shark Stream. It's me! It's me! You know this by now, right? You know it's me. Y'all know me. This is your host, Gage, aka Ask Shark. Hold on, I try to give my microphone a little bit more lift up towards my mouth. Not that I'm like a quiet person, that I need to have the microphone particularly close. I am quite loud. But I do try to give it a bit more lift so that I don't sound constantly like I'm particularly far away or anything. And to do that, I mean, previously, I was using like a sketchbook that I owned. Or I still own it. Like, I still have the sketchbook. You know, it wasn't particularly thick, it wasn't particularly large. It's just kind of like a little, more like a journal almost, that I had gotten from a like used bookstore chain where I live. I haven't eaten my dinner yet. I've got a burger right here that I'm also going to be indulging in. This is an ASMR stream. Don't get too excited. But more recently, I've actually been using a volume of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 7 Steel Ball Run to give my microphone a bit more lift. So I didn't have that set up yet. So I just needed to get that on there. It is Thursday, which means it's time for some Darksiders Genesis. I believe today we are going to be facing off against Belial. I don't know if that's actually the proper pronunciation. I don't know if it is Belial or Belial. I'm pretty sure I've heard it pronounced both ways. I think in, oh God, what's that song by Ghost? Year Zero? Where they're like, rattle off all the demon names. And I think they say it as Belial. Ooh, so far. Oh. I don't think there's anything interesting going on recently. Nothing interesting about today, I would say. I feel like if there was something interesting about today that was notable, I would have remembered. I don't think I would have forgotten such a thing. I'm very excited about this. I saw Jaws in a theater yesterday. Oh man. I was a little worried. I didn't have a... There were days where I was like planning to think, I was thinking like, oh, you know, I'll pop out and see the 50th anniversary 4K restoration screenings of Jaws. Because surprising fucking nobody, the Shark Streamer is a big fan of Shark Movie. Now, there's a couple different angles that you can come at that at. Like, obviously, you know, oh, it's the Shark Movie. Of course the Shark Streamer likes that. But then there's also just like, Gage, why do you like the Shark Movie? It resulted in the needless killing of sharks after portraying them as mindless eating machines, etc., etc. And it's just like, yeah. The guy who wrote that book feels really bad, though, about the whole thing. And I feel like shark conservation has made such leaps and bounds despite fucking Discovery Channel's attempts to completely derail that with the absolutely awful Shark Week programming that they've been offering for the last few years. Shark conservation has made such leaps and bounds since then that I don't know. I can still feel pretty good. It's also just a really good movie, 100%. One of Spielberg's best, which is saying a lot because my dude, it's the second theatrically released film he ever made. He didn't come out the gate swinging. He had to get a few steps in before he made like the genesis of the summer blockbuster, you know? Regardless. Thinking to myself. Like, it's just such a good movie. Like, so much of what I like about Spielberg's work is just on complete full display in Jaws specifically. You know? Like the scene, like the standout scene for me personally in Jaws is actually not even one that involves the shark at all. The standout scene for me in Jaws is when Chief Brody is walking from the police station to the general store, and there's just like all the shit going on in the background, and you're seeing like, oh, there's the 4th of July celebrations, and he's got people walking up to him on the street to like talk to him about one thing or the other. There's a callback to the conversation with his secretary from just like a few minutes earlier, which is like, the boys at the karate school have been karateing the picket fences, and he walks by a dude who's just like, look at what those boys did to my fence, and you can see over the top of the picket fences are all broken. Spielberg just does such a good job making worlds feel lived in. Like it doesn't feel. It's this like, it's just I can't, different words that are strong and bad. The epitome. It is the epitome, the pinnacle, if you will, of show don't tell, where it's just like in like the span of like maybe like 4 or 5 minutes, you get just the clearest sense of what this town, of what this community is like. I have to take another bite of my burger. Oh. It's so fucking good. And then the stuff with the shark is also really good. Oh, there's so much like stuff that I had noticed on this, because I've seen Jaws like 10 fucking times. And you know, there's always stuff that like stands out to, like there's the set pieces of the movie where it's just like you're watching it and it's just like, this is the big story beat. This is the big story beat. We've got the zoom in on the typewriter as he's like hammering out shark attack as the cause of Chrissy's death. There's the argument with the mayor outside the defaced like Amity Island sign. There's like the deaths of Alex Kittner's death, the death of the guy in the boat, just mere feet away from where Brody's son was sailing. All sorts of shit, right? All sorts of just, like, really, really good moments, but there's something about seeing the movie in a theater that is just, all those moments are so good. They're so good. But more than that, it helps to emphasize, like, the little moments. I need to get my game started. I have the game in right now, right? I do. Okay. I just gotta get the fucking game started. But yeah, it's just, it's the emphasis of the little moments, like, I'm not sure how to describe it properly without, like, giving examples, so I will give examples of things. I know that these titles are quite loud. We are on chapter 9. Of how many? Who knows? I don't fucking remember. Alright. Okay. So if I recall correctly, we did buy stuff at the end of the last stream. So yeah, we're low on souls right now. We still need to get some attack cores. So hopefully we find some on this next level. Oh, what am I saying? The next one's a boss. Belial. The horsemen have cut off Belial's supply of holy water and seek him out, hoping to uncover more information about Lucifer's scheme. Well, those good horse boys. They're about to go teach Belial a lesson.
This is Belial's sanctuary.
Or his pantry.
Tread lightly. The corruption has turned the air rancid.
If we don't get out of here soon, I'm gonna puke.
Okay. Oh, sick. Yeah, let me pop this up quick. I do still need to update the donation goal. I haven't figured out what I'm going to replace it with yet. Did I feel like a drop of soda or something on my controller? I might have, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Okay. Big door. I see, I see. Love a big door. Yeah, alright, okay. I probably should have guessed. That one's on me. I think I often, not often, but I will sometimes think about, like, oh, what would I do if I just had a, quite frankly, comical amount of money. Like, the amount of money that, like, I could not conceivably ever spend it all. No matter how hard I tried. And I mean, the obvious, like, starting answer for that is, like, you know, I would first do everything I can to, like, uplift my friends, my communities, the people that I know. But I do think I would build a big, fuck-off, huge Resident Evil mansion. I think I would want that. Here we go. Bawayo is chambo. You me medyo bawayo.
What's this? More tender morsels wander into my feast.
No. I don't,
I've drunk the waters of Eden, morsels. You really think you can stop me?
Yes. Yes, I do. Ow. Okay. Clearly, I'm doing a bad job of it, admittedly. Parry one of Belial's attack. Ow! Fuck! Bitch. His attacks are all seeming kind of basic. Ow.
Ah, a little fear improves the flavor. Be gone, pests.
Okay.
I will feast on your hearts.
Damn! This better watch out!
What was that?
The crystals!
Okay. Stop that.
Feel my wrath.
You made a mistake!
Watch off with that.
Corruption
Ow.
is poison. I am slowed.
Shit. Damn. Alright, let's go ahead and stick with Strife for the moment.
Feel my wrath.
Okay. Oh man, alright. We're doing good.
Deep the corruption.
I'm assuming that him, like, sucking dudes
He's
off,
focusing his
probably.
magic.
I assume just because he seems very, like,
Gone, pests.
eating focused as a boss.
Feeling
Oh, shit.
sick.
A little fear improves the flavor.
I think we're doing pretty good. I think...
I'm
Ow.
slowed.
Ah, damn.
Be gone, pests.
I think maybe... Oh, there we go. I could be doing worse, I suppose. Oh. Stone Skin might actually be pretty helpful here.
This
Nope,
corruption
I'm dead.
is poison.
Hello, Kale. Welcome. What? Oh my god, I didn't even realize Stripe was out. His model was blocked by Belial's model. That's upsetting. Oh my god, I was doing really good too. Shit. Alas. Alas. A bass. Like the fish. Lyle. Yeah, I've seen it. Gomen, sorry. You're good, don't worry. I'm only a little upset. And I can get back there, it's fine.
A little fear improves the flavor.
I just gotta play it perfectly and not fuck up. Easy.
Lead me to my feast.
Oh. I'm assuming this would heal him, probably? If I were to let him just eat these dudes, and I don't want that to happen, that would be
Corruption
bad.
is powering him.
Yeah, hold on. Ow, fuck, fuck, fuck!
Feel my wrath.
Hold on, I'll feel your wrath in a moment.
Be gone, pests.
This corruption is poison.
Ah, shit. Okay, we're good. It's fine. No worries. Give war time to... Here we go.
I am slowed.
Ooh, stay away from the edge. There we go.
The waters of Eden flow through me.
Okay. We're good. We're good. We're back where we were. That's what's important.
He's focusing his magic.
Okay, let me...
Feel my wrath.
Fuck! Shit! God, what? Okay.
A little fear improves the flavor.
I'm alright. It's fine. We're good. It's okay. I am leveled properly for this. I want to make it clear. Alright, let's try that one more time. Skip the cutscene, and we're back in it.
Feel my wrath. Be gone, pests. A little fear improves the flavor.
Okay. Fuck.
The waters of Eden flow through me.
Okay, he did eat one dude, so that's less than ideal.
Corruption is
Let's
powering
take
him.
a quick moment here to pick up some items. Alright. Bro is just straight pissing Eden. Alright. I actually need to just be one moment. Be right back. It'll... Oh. 1 second, folks. Alright, I'm back. Welcome. Back. Me. Welcome back, me. Thank you, me. We got like a minute and a half and a break left. So, so Jaws in theaters, right? God damn. What a film. I was talking earlier about how there's this whole, like, the little moments stood out a lot to me more. Like, moments that, like, you know, I may know they're there, but there's something about, like, it being on the big screen that just makes them stand out more. Like, I think the moment that I noticed it happening, there were two. They're like when I realized that I was noticing like these smaller moments watching Jaws on the big screen. There were two moments. Matt Hooper examining the corpse of Chrissy, the girl who dies at the beginning of the movie. And then Brody kind of like sort of falling into despair a little bit after being confronted by Alex Kintner's mother after the fishermen catch the tiger shark, right? Welcome back, everybody. And there was something about those moments on the big screen that just stood out to me a lot more than I remembered them standing out. And we'll talk about that a little bit more. The car chase shootout part is wild? What? Huh? Hello, Ion Agenda. Anyways.
Mindless beast! Be gone, pests!
Okay.
For the balance!
I don't know if I remember having this much trouble with Belial at any point playing this game. Although it is entirely possible that the reason for that is that when I played this game the first time, I may have been, like, distinctly over-leveled. Potentially. I don't really remember. It's been a long time since, like, I played this game for the first time, you know?
Ah, a little fear improves the flavor.
Ah, shit. Damn.
Feel my wrath. Ah, a little fear improves the flavor.
Y'all, have you heard that a little fear improves the flavor? Okay, we actually need to switch back to... yeah.
I will feast on your heart.
We gotta make sure he doesn't heal too much. What? Oh, shit.
The crystals.
Yeah, I'm working on it. Excuse me, everybody. Excuse me, everybody. Ow. Bitch. Wrong Jaws movie, sorry. My favorite part of Jaws is when Jaws got in the car. Finn's at 10 and 12. We're gonna need a bigger Subaru. God. Ow. Nope. Need to turn that off. Thank you. Ah, damn. Okay.
Feel my wrath.
Okay, we gotta give War time
Be
to...
gone, pests.
Alright, where's back up?
Be gone, pests!
Ow. Damn, really? Okay. Those act as decoys, so those will be good to, like, kind of keep out and about as much as I can. Oh. Okay, cool. Oh, hold up. I need this back up.
I will feast on your hearts.
I really wish you would. I'm gonna be honest. It's like you wouldn't like how my heart tastes. Oh god, some of these are not going through the way that I want them to.
The corruption is powering him.
Yeah, I'm working on it. You gotta cut me some fucking slack, man. Liam O'Brien, please. Ow. Fucking shit. Oh. Oh my god, we're so close. Alright, cool.
Hope you enjoyed your last meal.
Whew.
Shall we split open his stomach to reveal its contents?
No!
Oh, speaking of Jaws.
I have been bested. I yield.
Where is Lucifer? Speak, demon!
You better answer quick before you serve your fat ass up some dessert.
Wait! Lucifer granted me this realm, access to Eden's waters, then departed to where I could only guess.
Guesses aren't gonna save you.
Eden! I could get you into Eden. Perhaps there.
Oh.
How?
Lucifer has found a pathway. Hidden. Look!
Yo, come on! That's nasty!
The stone will help you find it. Take it. Just leave me be.
We will spare your pathetic life. Though in time you may wish we hadn't.
Why do I have to hold the vomit gem?
Fools. Eden will be your doom.
Belial, you stupid beast.
Uh-oh.
Your incredible failure may yet serve me.
Uh-oh.
But it must be punished all the same. Endlessly.
Curse you, deceiver!
They have been building up Lucifer for like 3 games now. And I just gotta say, if he doesn't show up in Darksiders 4, I feel like I'm going to be maybe a little disappointed. You know? So, Jaws, right? So the thing with, like, how to put this properly. So the thing with Jaws, and like the little moments in it. So Matt Hooper is like my favorite character in that movie. You know? I think that he's a very fun character. They do a really good job of kind of establishing him as, like, personality-wise, he's pretty clearly, he's like the he's the rich kid who's never worked an honest day in his life, and it shows. And he's like very smarmy and kind of self-important, very like likes to think of himself as like superior to all these yokels. Like he's giving Quint shit, just like, I'm not taking this like working class hero crap, stuff like that. But there's this interesting side to Hooper where like he is trying as hard as he can to not just like coast by. He's trying to like do the work, because like the very first thing that he has, like once him and Brody are acquainted, one of the very first things he has Brody do is show him the remains of Chrissy Watkins, the girl who gets eaten at the beginning of the movie. Right? And while he's there, he is visibly uncomfortable. Like, he sees the remains, he needs to take a deep breath, he is struggling to get through his, like, dictation that he's recording. He has to ask for, like, a cup of water so that he can, like, gather his nerves. But the entire time, he is still, like, going over, like, every single detail and working out all sorts of shit about what the fuck happened to Chrissy Watkins, all while just like in his voice. I think it's Richard Dreyfuss is the one who plays Hooper. In his voice, you can tell that if he stops talking for like 3 seconds, he's gonna fucking vom. Hi, Des.
Take your time. I've got eternity.
Yes, ma'am. Rapid fire. Increases firing speed. Okay, okay. Is that the only thing that I've got for Strife right now? Hold on. Before I go buying anything...
down to deal.
Thank you, Dis. Before I go buying anything from Dis, I should go talk to Volgrim and see if I can get a creature core that I can put in an attack slot.
Lucifer's plot goes beyond simple meddling. We will not stand for the further corruption of Eden. Belial has given us the key.
Part of me wants to assume, like I said, I haven't played this game in a while, so I forget a lot of the major story beats, but part of me wants to assume that I'm not going to be able to just go to Eden. There's going to be something else I'll need to get for this key and actually get there.
And what has become of that gluttonous meat sack?
Man.
Who knows? He was breathing when we left him. Actually, it was more like a gurgling noise.
Disappointing. I was hoping you'd be more thorough. As for Eden, that can be arranged.
Oh, sick. Alright, so we're just going.
Let me guess. You need your back scratched further?
Oh.
You wound me, Strife. You've provided the means. Volgrim will open the way. A simple courtesy among friends.
Ah, right.
Belial's crystal. It is a void lock. It clears a path otherwise obscured, seemingly by Lucifer. Clever, yes. Very clever.
What do you mean that can be arranged? You've literally said that before. Said before that getting to Eden couldn't be done. That was what was assumed. But now that they got that thing.
You sound excited, and that's creepy.
To Eden.
To Eden! Yay!
Come, come. See what I've got to offer.
Golan level 1. Increases max health, attack power, and wrath power. That's pretty good. Okay. Those are the only, like, standard ones, it looks like. Okay, well, we need a couple.
So many souls, so few wares.
Let's bump them both up to level 2. Let's go ahead and
I hear
keep
you'll
it at that.
be having some fun.
I do plan to. It's true. Alright, I'm gonna pop one in this one. Then let's see here. Okay, let's go this way. We can just... Ooh. That's pretty good. I'm gonna go with increasing my health, actually. I think that's a good idea. That seems like the optimal choice here for me specifically, because I keep fucking dying, you see? Yeah, that's not even like the only time that happens with Matt Hooper in that movie.
Horseman?
Like the other like major time that I can think of is what is it? It's when he's cutting open the tiger shark. Like it's this whole idea, like, cuts open the tiger shark. He's the one who gets into the water in the middle of the night in an area that he knows a killer shark is lurking. He is more than willing to like get down and dirty with it, you know? We got some arena stuff we can do. Now, let's stay focused. Eden Prime. And like, this is honestly part of what makes just sort of like, Quint gives him shit when they first meet for saying he's got soft hands, right? Like, the implication there is obvious. Like, you've got soft hands. You've never had to do a hard day's work in your life. Like, he's giving Hooper all this shit for, like, having, like, all these, like, gadgets and doodads. But it's just, like, when it comes down to it, like, Hooper is, like, more than willing... Like, when things are going poorly, when things are getting really bad on the Orca, Quint's just like, you think you can... Quint finally, like, turns to Hooper's like, you think you can kill it? And do you think you can stick that through his skin? And he's like, you're gonna get this needle through his skin? He's just like, no, I'm not gonna get it through his skin, but if I can get it in his mouth... And he's just like, immediately, let's pop open the shark cage. Just like... It doesn't feel like a adrenaline junkie sort of thing. It feels like... You know, he's kind of like he's a smarmy city kid, for sure, without a doubt. But at the same time, he's just like, he doesn't want to let anyone do his work for him. So he's willing to analyze Chrissy's remains, which, by the way, are brought out in like what looks like a fucking baking tray or some kind of basin. I'm just like, oh, and I don't think I ever realized just like, oh, there's not a lot of her left. He's willing to get in there to analyze Chrissy's remains, like just be face to face with a corpse. He's willing to be the one that cuts open the tiger shark. He's willing to go in the water to investigate Ben Gardner's boat. He's willing to get in the water with a killer shark just for the chance of possibly having an opportunity to kill it, you know? And there's this really interesting, just like between Matt Hooper and Quint meeting, and then like when they start taking on the shark, like it's constant, like Matt Hooper and Quint just sort of getting on each other's nerves, basically, right? But then like when they start taking on the shark, and you know, Quint's like making like call outs for like Hooper to do things, and like Hooper is proving to be very handy. You can start to sort of see this respect that starts growing for them between each other, that then of course falls apart as Quint's mental state gets worse. Much worse. Bro falls apart towards the end of that movie. So this looks bad. I feel like Eden probably shouldn't look like this. Though, to be fair, I'm pretty sure the war with the Nephilim, like, just happened.
Eden. It still burns after all this time.
Okay, maybe not just happened, but it's recent.
This place, it's a tomb. No one should be here, including us.
Tomb. Our tomb. Come, rest with us, brothers.
Well, that's not good.
Rest.
Nephilim. It is impossible. Something has brought them back.
Or someone. My money's on Lucifer.
Simple creature. Your brothers and sisters live by my will, and die by my will alone. The will of Astarte.
Astarte? You were an angel, charged with guarding Eden.
Lucifer showed me a new
You're
path,
so right,
a way
Kale,
to
is the
finally
thing.
escape this graveyard. You, however, will be buried here among the dead.
Like, literally, the Guardian of Eden has kind of lost her mind a little bit.
You brought this upon yourselves.
I don't know what she's doing. She's just running a big old circle. Some kind of an orb?
I call upon the dead.
Careful, brother!
Okay. What is that? Oh!
By my power, I command you to rise!
Damn, alright. Inferno Angel. I thought Michael was the Guardian of Eden. You know, I got a feeling Astarte isn't like destined to have this job for very long. So who knows?
Rise!
Faster!
Is this all she does?
Time to
Oh, there we go.
Wings.
Ow.
Not looking so good, boy.
I'm fine.
Nephilim.
What?
Damn you, Astarte.
Alright, 1 second, folks. Alright, we're back. Interesting. So I don't have... Where the hell is Astarte? Hold on.
Eden will be your grave!
Okay, there she is. Damn it.
Rise!
Finished. Down.
I have to defeat her before she's made 20 laps? Really?
I call upon the dead!
I really wish you wouldn't. Ah, for fuck's sake. God, really?
By my power, I command
What
you
in the
to
goddamn...
rise!
I feel like I've been doing something wrong, like, this whole time, and I don't know what it is. Is this like a difficulty thing? I don't even know what difficulty I'm playing on, honestly.
Rise!
Oh my god. And my horse is down again. I don't know what's going on here, or why I'm having, like, such a hard time. I'm gonna be honest. Like, before, it was like, okay, I'm...
Your corruption
Hold on.
has ceased.
Because, like, before, I'm gonna... You know what? Hold on. Before, what it was is, like... There's another progression step that you're missing. That's what I'm wondering. Because, like, before, what it was just like, oh, I'm under-leveled for this. But, like, look at this. It's recommended 380. I've got 578 on Strife, 518 on War. So, honestly, I straight up do not know, unfortunately. It's weird. It's a move you aren't using or a mechanic you aren't seeing. I don't know. Very strange. Huh. Alright. Maybe this is the time that we go back and we look at some earlier levels. You know? Like, look at this. I never found the Trickster door for the Horde. I know there's areas that I haven't gotten to in the Slag Pit yet. Is Eden the last stage? No, it's not. There's definitely more. Hold on. Because there's that big honkin' Trickster door that's over here. Now, Trickster doors aren't in every level. They're in all, like, non-boss levels. So you can see just, like, right out the gate. Like, what is that? 9... 12. There's 12 non-boss levels. And as of right now, we have done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7 non-boss levels. So we still got a ways to go. So here's what we'll do. We're gonna go ahead, replay some older levels. I want to get us
Screams of suffering.
so over-leveled that this just isn't an issue. That is the ideal here. So right off the gate, right off the gate? What the hell am I saying? Ow. Okay. So right away, we found something new. Right off the baby. Anything you could craft a baby. Don't you even suggest that. The other thing in Jaws that was like a moment where it was just like, this is it felt like when I was watching on the big screen, like this is a smaller moment that I feel like I never really appreciated prior to seeing it in this format, was definitely so there's the scene where they catch the tiger shark and everybody's celebrating, everyone's really happy because they think they got it. They think they got the shark. And as they're celebrating, Alex Kittner's mom shows up. And it hasn't been very long since Alex... Like, I think it's been, like, less than a day since Alex Kittner died. Right?
That's a lot of souls. Looks like someone was saving up.
What does it matter? Our goal is the artifact, not acquiring souls.
Fulgrim's got a thing for souls, and he has all kind of magical crap back in his... whatever that place is. We could trade him.
You make a fair point.
The thing about a lot of the big name series for centuries is there's usually a lot of subtle details that get completely glossed over. It's why they remain classics and why sequels don't always capture it. It's true. By the way, Alex Kittner's mother showing up at the docks, also fan-fucking-tastic in, like, large screen format. Like, just, you feel the way that just, like...
That crystal from here?
Is that a serious question?
You, like, feel the way that just, like, the second she slaps Brody and just everybody on the dock goes dead silent, you feel that shit.
You know, not... Look, under the grate. Think that's Fulgrim's artifact?
These glyphs indicate some kind of locking mechanism. It seems our mission is more difficult than we thought.
When is it ever easy?
On. There it is. Alright. But yeah, no, you feel that shit. Like, you feel her hitting him and the silence afterwards. But the thing that stood out to me was after that scene, when Chief Brody is like back at home and he's like pretty clearly depressed, and he's just sitting at his dinner table like despondent because what he's realizing is he really should have fought harder to close the beaches than he did, and if he had, then Alex Kittner would still be alive. Why didn't my fucking cool-ass Shadow Wings deploy there? Anyway. Oh, shit. But yeah, so Brody's depressed, and he's sitting there, head in his hands, and the thing that, like, really kind of pulls him out of it, or the thing that, like, helps him to recover from it, is his youngest son is sitting there with him, and he's mimicking everything he's doing. And it's a really cute moment. And, like, you can tell, like, Brody's just like, give us a kiss. And he's just like, why? It's just like, because I really need one. It's just like, yeah, bro, you do. For sure. One of these days I'm actually going to watch the sequels to Jaws. Still haven't seen them. Not even just Jaws 2. What? This game is falling apart. I shouldn't say that. I don't think Airship Syndicate is a particularly big studio, is the thing. Like, I don't even remember what else they've actually made, I'm gonna be honest. Like, it's this and Battle Chasers Night War.
Destroy it all!
You know? Battle Chasers any good? I don't know. I've never read the comics and I've never played the games. Or the game. So I actually don't know anything about it outside of the fact that it is another Joe Mad joint, as it were. Fuck. There we go. Oh, Like, I remember, like, all I remember is that it was definitely trying to be a multimedia franchise, and it came out and I heard absolutely nothing. You okay, pal? Listen. I'm fine. I'm just okay. Yeah, no, I'm alright. A little tired, but what are you gonna do? Such is the way of these things. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, hey. Had I gotten all 5 bats already? I guess I had. I didn't realize. I don't know. Jaw's good. Jaw's a good movie. Ugh.
Catch, horseman!
I don't want it. Fuck you. Yay. Oh, right. There we go. Dun 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 dun. I don't think I can go that way right now. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be... Bum, 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 bum. Deactivate the final rune. I watched Garth Marenghi's Dark Place. I feel like there's two images that I hold near and dear to my heart as a writer. One of them is the tonight's episode, the writer's barely disguised fetish image. And then there is, I know writers who use subtext and they're all cowards. And I have at this point seen both shows that those particular images are spawned from. Because tonight's episode, the writer's barely disguised fetish, it's not actually in the show itself, but the format of that image is from Police Squad, the short-lived TV show that would go on to become The Naked Gun. And then I know writers who use subtext and they're all cowards is from Garth Marenghi's Dark Place, which was, oh man, I was looking up stuff about that show, and what's wild is that it's a 6-episode TV show that is formatted as though it's like a kind of recap / behind the scenes look at a show from the 1980s that never aired, starring the titular Garth Marenghi. And what's fascinating is that in watching it, I found out that, like, you can watch all 6 episodes of that show, and you're only really getting half the story, because, like, apparently the special features and the DVD commentaries are also all done in character for, like, the quote-unquote actors of the show, featured in the show. So it's just like, I watched all 6 episodes, and it's just like, I find out that, like, oh yeah, there's a bunch of shit that you find out through the special features, through the creator commentaries. I'm just like, oh, I feel like there's a huge chunk of this narrative that I'm missing. There's so and there's a lot of fun stuff in that, honestly. It's really funny, like, watching through that, and the entire so there's the 2 layers, right? There's the 1980s, like, medical drama layer, where it's just like, it's a show that was written, recorded, produced in the 1980s for a 1980s audience. And it never aired, except I think they said that there was like a limited run in, like, Peru, Portugal, I forget exactly. It's one of the bits from the show. And then there's, like, the 2004 layer, which is, like, the creator, writer, director, main actor of the show, Garth Marenghi, his producer, and one of the other actors, giving, like, interview commentaries about the episode that you're watching within the show itself. And oh man, the funniest fucking thing, looking back on that, is that it's supposed to be like a medical drama. It's supposed to be, how to put this? It's supposed to be like fucking Grey's Anatomy meets X-Files, right? The entire, like, show within a show, it takes place in a hospital. That in the very first episode, a portal to hell opens in the hospital, and they have to spend the entire rest of the series dealing with all sorts of weird shit, including, but not limited to, mist that turns you Scottish. It's like a whole thing. That episode's supposed to be about bigotry. It's oh man, it's really fucking funny. But one of the funniest fucking things is that you kind of come to the realization as you're watching it that this hospital, the director of the hospital, and the doctors within the hospital are all written less like doctors and more like cops. Like, it feels like they wrote a cop drama, like a supernatural cop drama, and then decided, what if we did it in a hospital instead? Every single male main character has a gun that they'll pull out in times of danger, up to and including the director of the hospital having a shotgun. And he definitely feels kind of like he's just the fucking the commissioner who's always giving his, like, subordinate shit for not doing it by the book. And it's just like, I'm gonna take away your badge, but it's like your medical license or what the fuck ever. It's so weird. There's an episode where it's just like they get a they get like an intern or something, or a temp, and they're treating him like he's like the new rookie on the force, right? It's so good. And there is so much like subtle shit. Like each quote unquote actor, like the primary 4 actors, are all bad in their own ways. Matt Berry's in it, and all of his character's dialogue in the show within a show is 100% 80 yard. It's like the timing is slightly off with the way that his mouth moves, and it's like an octave deeper than it needs to be in the Matt Berry fashion. God, it's so fucking good.
I think we found a target.
Ow. Bitch. Take away your stethoscope. Essentially, like, that's what it feels like sometimes. But, like, there's this funny bit where it's just like, so, as I said, one of the major characters is, like, the producer of the show within a show, where, like, he also plays a character in the show, and one of the first things that he says, like, diegetically is, "I'm not an actor," and then, like, you see his acting, and it's just like, oh, that's what you mean by that. That's why you're telling me that you're not an actor. I get it.
Almost had me.
Okay.
Not so troubling now.
Recover the artifact and let's be on our way.
We gotta
And
go
here I
get this
thought
is
you were
crystal.
warming
The
up
distal.
to the place.
You know that your humor escapes me.
All humor escapes you.
Did you get your shiny in this level? I did
Wonder
get some
what this
stuff.
thing's really.
I got a couple extra Trickster keys, as well as a Ratstone shard for Strife. I do want to check out the Horde because we don't have the Trickster door on this level.
Lamont's Vault is a short ride from here. Can't blame the guy for stashing his hoard in the middle of nowhere.
The demon is obsessed with material riches. Wealth is nothing more than a prison.
Come on. Don't you ever want to take a little slice for yourself?
We are trusted to uphold the balance. That honor is payment enough.
If you ask me, upholding the balance usually leaves us high and dry.
Ours is a righteous cause.
Is that why we're working with Samael behind the council's back?
Our situation is complicated. The sooner we settle these affairs, the better.
War. The good soldier gone rogue. Relax and you might enjoy it.
Alright, so let's take a look here. Where is the Trickster door in this level? Oh, there it is. There's a couple things around here that I don't already have, in addition to the Trickster door. might make a beeline for that, though, honestly.
Keep the invaders from the Horde. Lay down your lives for Lord Mammon.
You guys do not get paid enough for this.
There is no escape.
Alright, hold on. Let me... beam shot. Ow!
Eat lead, horsemen.
I don't wanna. Fuck. That was my fault.
Sit still. I'm trying to shoot you.
I wasn't being careful. As much as I'd like to be like, oh, this game is bullshit, it's just like, no, that one was on me. Finished? I'm just getting started. Well, no, I've been going for an hour and 44 minutes. Trying to shoot you. Hello, Zilla. Welcome. You on break?
We fear nothing. You are one, but we are many.
Could you fear maybe just a little bit, please? I would really like it if you feared me just a little bit. I'm a big scary horseman. Off for the night. I survived. Congratulations on surviving.
For the balance!
Okay. Oh, shit. There we go. BRB, though, getting settled. Alright. I'll try not to say anything too funny until you get back. Thank you. Ooh. Health up for war. Hello. Let me see here. Nah. Don't got anything for that. Oh, hold up. You got that, though. Nice. Okay. Okay. Nice. Okay. Okay.
You are nothing!
There we go. I still don't know which I really prefer. Like, the thing with, like, Police Squad and Garth Marenghi's Dark Place is that, like, these were things that, like, I had been thinking, like, oh, I kind of want to watch these. I've heard good things about these. And then, like, I finally look it up and it's just like, oh, these only have a few episodes. Where, like, Police Squad, it just didn't end up running that long before they had to, like, end it and then ended up turning it into, you know, the Naked Gun trilogy. And Garth Marenghi's Dark Place being a show for, you know, British television, which means that, like, it's not very long. I don't know what it is about, like, attitudes toward, like, I don't know what it is about, like, attitudes towards TV, where it's just, like, with British television, like, occasionally you'll get something that, like, ran for years and years and years and years and years and has all these episodes and, like, it's legacy stuff, like, fucking shit like Midsummer Murders or, like, the, like, Poirot or something like that. And then other times you'll get, like, a series that is like, oh yeah, this ran for 10 years. It has 12 episodes. Like, Garth Marenghi aired in Garth Marenghi's Dark Place aired in like 2004, and like it's not the only thing in like that quote unquote franchise. It's actually based on, or it's a continuation of like a pair of like stage plays, I believe. I think I got everything now. I wonder if I can do the Houndmaster stuff without killing 5 hounds this time. You know what? I don't want to like do go through the hassle right now. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Ouch! My horse! My funny little horse!
Face judgment!
Judge Facement. I don't know. There's a lot of older shows that I do, like, really want to watch. Like, I remember I started watching, like, Columbo a little while ago, and I really like it. But it's just, like, I don't know. I just haven't found, like, the drive to really kind of get back into it, you know? Which is unfortunate. Because that is a really good show. Or rather, it's like a really good series of movies, which is like kind of wild to think about.
Big elevator. Guess my mom's been bringing a lot of loot down here.
Like, I don't know. People talk about, like, to be fair, serialized shows are, like, not really meant to be marathon to troll. Like, here's the thing. Like, people talk about how it's just like, oh, the final season of Stranger Things is gonna basically be like a series of individual films. And it's just like, that's not necessarily as out of the ordinary as I feel like people think they are. Like, I mean, you look at, like, Sherlock, for example. And I mean, like, okay, that's maybe a little reductive, because like you said, they're not really meant to be marathoned. They probably weren't releasing 8 episodes of Columbo at a time. They probably weren't, like, airing them week after week. It was probably something where it's just like, oh, each one was an event, right? And it's just, it's this weird thing where something that I have been kind of realizing recently is that a lot of times these days, syndicated shows, what I meant, like, we're going to be playing reruns a lot. Yeah. A lot of times people will complain about how, like, TV shows are handled these days, where it's just like, oh, we're like 8 episode seasons. There's no, like, breathing room. There's no, like, people are talking about just like, oh, we need filler back. And it's just like, realistically speaking, if you go by, like, what TV shows used to be like, you really need to be kind of specific about what you're talking about. Because TV shows ran such an interesting, like, breadth of, like, style and, like, how they were handled. Again, Garth Marenghi's Dark Place is a 6 episode series each episode's half an hour long. You don't, like, it's... Do you think about how 24 is a show that was, at its time, completely impossible to air in syndication? Yeah, exactly. Like, and 24 is a show that came out in, like, the aughts. You know? Meanwhile, Law and Order. And Law and Order is still going. Like, the realistically speaking, things haven't changed all that much, I don't think, in terms of, like, the structure of things, I guess is kind of what I'm getting at. Like, we've always had shows that... We still have shows that do have, like, chaff, essentially. Stuff that is not necessarily, like... What's the word I'm looking for? Not necessarily conducive to, like, a long-running plot, but is, in some cases, there to just sort of, like, flesh out the characters a little bit more. We do have shows where it is, like, very much, like, bam, 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 plot point, plot point, plot point. We've had shows like that for a while. We've had shows that have shorter runs. We have shows that have immense runs. Now, I do think that there is a... I've talked about this before. I do think that there is more of a push recently for... and I think this is entirely because of streaming. I do think that there has been a push more recently for more serialized media. You know? I do think that that has been something that has been, like, again, I think it's because of streaming. Like, just because of, like, the nature of streaming, where it's just, like, you are potentially watching episode after episode after episode after episode, like, bam, 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 bam. As opposed to, like, you know, syndicated episodic shows where it's just, like, you may... catch an episode from, like, season 1 one day, and then catch an episode from, like, season 13 the next day, right? I feel like there's a better name for the episodes than chaff or filler or padding, because those all have really bad connotations. No, absolutely there is, but I can't think of one right now. At least not one that is, like, low on syllables. I'm already having a hard time getting through sentences right now. I don't need more trouble.
The coward must be hiding down here. Let us find him and see what he knows.
You think he's just gonna spill it?
One way or another. Was that your best?
Oh.
Good Lord. There's more gold here than we'll ever see in a lifetime.
There's, like, there's two things at play here, realistically speaking. I think part of it is just people want shows that are better written. I think if a show had better writing, like, you wouldn't necessarily care about the format that it's in, whether it's episodic or serialized. Think about the difference between FMA and FMAB. I do remember Full Metal Alchemist being, like, pretty easy to kind of, like, pick up at any point. Hi, Raggy. I do think that, like, generally speaking, if shows are better written, where FMA 03 had a lot of filler episodes because the manga was ongoing, yeah, absolutely. I never finished the original run of Full Metal Alchemist. And I never watched Brotherhood. C'est la vie. God, I'm trying to think. What was I talking about? I think shows just need to be better written. I think if we had better written shows, people wouldn't care. Because I think what it comes down to is that, like, people talk about how, like, like, Surf Dracula is the metaphor that gets brought up every so often about how, like, oh, back in the day, if you had a show called Surf Dracula, that motherfucker would be surfing every single episode. And then these days, like, if you call your show Surf Dracula, like, he's not going to get the surfboard until the final episode, at which point he will become the Tomb Raider, the Surf Dracula. And I think that's apt. I think that's an apt metaphor, to be sure. You know? But I think you can have like a version of each one that is like well made, and it wouldn't matter. Like, what am I trying to say? I think people are looking at shows that are maybe not particularly well written, but benefit from the kind of like serialized format, and thinking, oh, I wish this was a little bit more episodic, where it's just like, you don't it's not something that necessarily needs to be episodic. It just needs to be written better. Like that sort of thing, you know? I should keep watching X-Files sometime soon. Anyway, okay, I have a video game to play. I don't know if there's much else in this particular level, though, for me to, like,
look at some of this gold.
Find
Take some for
is
our,
the problem.
Investigation.
Not a coin, brother, lest I cut off your hand.
You are the last person I'd expect to be making that.
I think even if a show is serialized, if, like, the writers know what they're doing and they're competent at their craft, like, you can get... Because people bring up the idea of, like, filler, quote-unquote, content pretty often as being, like, something that they kind of miss having because, like, in a lot of cases, it helped to do a lot with, like, character establishment, you know?
entrance to the vault is sealed. Mamani's no fool.
Never met a bolt I couldn't crack. Eventually. We got this.
But, like, the kind of thing that they're looking for when it comes to, like, character establishment is something that can be, like, done in a serialized format, you know?
Ended. I give my life to the battle.
Again, you just need writers that know what they're doing. Yeah, Raggy, what are you doing? Are you supposed to be on that? Aw. I can't stay mad at you. I am going to get you down from that thing, though. Ugh. Come on, get down from here, you. Oh. Scoop you up. Hold you like the baby. I got a cat in my arms. He is tolerating it for the moment. Oh. Hello, baby boy. Hello, baby boy. I brought up Fullmetal Alchemist 03 because the filler episodes were full of character moments that really nailed down the tone of the series, and Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood is missing some of that, with the trade-off being a tighter narrative. Yeah. Did you guys know that there was a TV show called Mrs. Columbo? I knew that, but I was reminded of it today. Natalie and I listened to a podcast called Regulation Podcast with a few, like, former Rooster Teeth guys. They often do, like, events, like, drafts and stuff like that, like specials. And one of the ones that they did was they were determining what TV show from the 70s they were all going to watch and discuss. And one of them brought up the fact that there was a TV show called Mrs. Columbo. Because, like, the entire thing with, like, Columbo is just like, you know, my wife, right? Always talking about his wife, this guy. So they made a TV show about his wife. The problem, of course, is that the TV show isn't very good. It is, in fact, quite bad. And I remember, like, I didn't catch until you pointed it out. Yeah. I remember looking up information, and when I had looked this up previously because, like, I had a point where I was just like, I think I want to start watching Columbo, and I did start watching Columbo, and I need to watch more Columbo. I also need to watch the second season of Poker Face. That's neither here nor there. But, like, I was looking stuff up and found out just like, oh, they made a show about Columbo's mysterious wife. You know?
Pay the price!
Welcome back, Zilla. I'm talking about Mrs. Columbo. So during this episode of this podcast, one of them brings up the fact that they forgot that there was a show called Mrs. Columbo. And there's actually a good reason for that. Mrs. Columbo the first season of Mrs. Columbo did so poorly and was viewed so, like, negatively by, like, the folks who made the original show that it was a spin-off of, that I believe in its second season, it was given a new name to remove it from the Columbo family of shows, rather, and to avoid damaging the brand, which is very funny to me.
You are judged!
You made a TV show so bad they had to get Columbo a new wife. Was there a Column baby? Column baby? Yes, I believe they had there was a child in the picture in that show as well.
For the balance!
The antagonist of the next boss baby. If I recall correctly, one of the major issues that was brought up is that the actress playing Mrs. Columbo was quite young compared to Columbo's actor. And they were just like, this is weird. This is weird, right? Like, that's kind of weird, isn't it? The extended family. Fuck. Right, I forgot about that. Columbo getting the college goyles swooning. Mr. Columbor. Okay. Light up the night. There we go. Ooh, hold on. I didn't get to do this before. Hell yeah. Let's fucking go. Come on over, Mr. Columbo. The girls and I at the dorm are dying to get to know ya. Oh, jeez. Goodness gracious. Anyway. Punch. I think I forgot how long this level is.
No way. This can't be here.
You...
Speak of the devil.
Okay. If nothing else, like, doing these levels over again is also going to give me enough souls to, like, really kind of, like, kit myself out. Cue an episode where the college girls try to cover a murder using their wiles. That probably happened, honestly. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if it did, at the very least. Columbo kind of ran for a while. Treasure map up here? Oh, that's just like a map of the area. Got it. And since I already have that, I get souls from it. Skeletons.
What do you make of that pedestal? Yep, that definitely was a trap. And the world is a dark and terrible place.
Okay. Hold up. Nothing. A lot of these enemies that gave me trouble the first time I came through some of these areas are proving to be a lot easier now that I am, like, super beefy. Which gives me hope for my plan of, getting stronger so that I can, better defeat Astarte. Almost like you're twice the level you were when you got here. Where's the beef? I'm beef. I'm beef? Oh. It's true, I am much higher level than I was my first time through here. But like I said, that gives credence. Clearwater Revival. Where the fuck am I going and what am I doing? That means that my plan is going to work. Alright, I think we're back up. Are we back up? Blink twice if you can hear my voice. Was this Raggy's fault? No, OBS just randomly disconnected. Nope, that was on my end. Fret not. Can y'all hear me okay, though? Okay, cool. God, do you remember CSI? Crime Scene Investigation? That is a TV show. I'm just thinking about TV shows I used to watch now. A lot of police procedurals. It's honestly, like, kind of a shame, you know? That, like, just by the very nature of, like, police procedurals as, like, a genre, they kind of have to dovetail, at least in part, into, like, propaganda bullshit, you know? Because, like, the idea of a police procedural, like, conceptually, is, like, so... And just, like, the way that they are designed to, like, carry out is so just, like... It lends itself so well to storytelling, you know? I gotta figure out where the fuck is the lever that controls that one. Maybe it's not a lever. Is there a lever? There is something on the other side of that, and I want it, and it's honestly kind of bullshit that it's not giving it to me. I'm gonna be honest. I'm just gonna be real for you. Hold up. Oh no. Oh no. What? Oh, that's not anything related to this, actually. Hold on. Never mind. Never mind. We're fine. Completely unrelated. No big deal. But yeah, like if you look at just sort of like the way that like narratives tend to work, like your basic sort of like pacing structure, like like Star Wars Episode 4: A New Hope is like pacing 101, right? Where it's just like there's always like a thing, a big thing that happens, and then like you bring the energy like all the way to hello. This is different. You bring the energy all the way down. Right? And then you kind of like build it back up with like hills and valleys just kind of over time. And like again, police procedurals tend to lend themselves very well for that, to that, because you've got the crime, and then it's brought way down because you've got like your cast of characters, like your CSIs, your NCISs, your various individuals of law and order, who are all completely unfamiliar. They have to work from the ground up to understand what's going on, right?
Magic is for the weak.
The crime, the investigation, the side characters, the trial, or in the sideshows, we definitely caught the guy. Oh no, there's 20 minutes left in this episode. Yeah, it's, again, it all lends itself so well to just kind of like the rising action, just kind of like over the course of a plot, of a narrative. Again, it's a shame that it dovetails so firmly into propaganda, though. Like, I feel like me talking about this is just kind of like taking the long way around to admitting that I really want to rewatch Hannibal. I want to rewatch Hannibal so bad. It's such a good fucking show. Oh, man.
You are nothing.
That's a long roundabout. You know it. And yet, here we are. Okay, there's nothing else important up here. I like my ass, but you were about halfway there. I would have gotten there eventually. Lava shot. Oh, it's a sticky bomb. Oh, baby, it's a sticky bomb. Becomes a flamethrower. Holy shit. Okay. That is pretty sick, actually. Alright. We should finish this level so that we can go buy stuff for people and everything. I wonder if Baywatch is genuinely any good. Like, beyond the awooga factor everyone emphasizes in their parodies. I gotta know, Astarte. Astarte. I think Baywatch had a spin-off too. What was it, like Baywatch Nights or something? Hello, Venom Lad. Welcome. Beating on table. Where is Dis? Don't worry, we'll go back to Dis. We actually have a few things we have to buy from her. Hear me out, though. But yeah, no, I think Baywatch definitely had a spin-off called Baywatch Nights, which I think was supposed to be, like, their way of getting in on, like, the X-Files craze? I think it was supposed to be, like, a supernatural, weird sort of thing, but, like, also still Baywatch.
To battle!
Baywatch, but Dis? Okay, I can do that. Like, she wouldn't do them so much, but boy, can you imagine? Can I imagine Dis showing less skin than she does in this game? I don't know if I want to. I can. I make lethal joke.
You've been quiet. You're never quiet.
Maybe I just got nothing to say.
You found something among the Horde.
There are things. Things from before. When the world made more sense.
It's about the cut of the fabric, how it hugs.
You must erase.
That's not the point. The
what
point is
came
getting mouth to
before.
mouth.
Remember your duty.
Do you even feel anything anymore?
Strife, you are distracted. Steel yourself, and let's keep moving.
You're right. No more distractions.
We are actually going to be getting, like, more information as to, like, what Strife's fucking deal is. And is cool. I like Strife. I'm honestly, like, really happy, like, that they did so much with Strife in this game. Especially now that, like, we know that he's not going to get, like, a proper solo game. Like, it makes me very grateful that he got as much, like, really good, like, characterization as he did.
Down!
on. Hold on. Ugh. Whew. Okay, left side. I'd say the only thing, like, okay. You know what I really want to watch, actually? So, one of the big things about the TV show Hannibal is based entirely on Red Dragon, Hannibal, and Hannibal Rising. Like, those are the books that it pulls from. Because it can't pull from Silence of the Lambs. Because the rights for Silence of the Lambs belong to a different company. But here's the thing. They made a TV the people that own the rights to Silence of the Lambs, right? They made a TV show.
You made a mistake.
Which is kind of weird to think about, because like the entire I believe the concept of it is it's supposed to be about Clarice Starling following the events of Silence of the Lambs? I don't remember the specific details of it, but I can tell you one thing.
Was that your best?
I know it wasn't good.
You made a mistake.
One of these days I have to actually sit down and, like, because I've seen Red Dragon. At the moment, that's really the only one I've seen. And it's pretty good. Like, I really like Red Dragon quite a bit. I do have Silence of the Lambs. I do plan to watch it eventually. And then I do want to watch Hannibal Rising. Hannibal Rising is such, like, it's so weird, right? Like, the guy who had the rights to, like, some of the other movies, like I think specifically Red Dragon and Hannibal, was just like, hey, I want to make a new movie. Let's do Hannibal Lecter's origin story. I'm going to be right back, actually. Give me one moment. Okay, so, like, the book Hannibal Rising is bad. The movie Hannibal Rising is bad. And you might be wondering to yourself, why the fuck did they make a Hannibal origin story? Who gave that much of a shit? And, well, it's the guy who owned the rights to Hannibal as a film franchise. It was him. He was the one who gave that much of a shit. They gave that much of a shit because of money. And he basically went to the author and was just like, hey, write a Hannibal Lecter origin story so that we can make a movie out of it. And the author was just like, I don't really want to do that. That sounds like a terrible idea. Oh, that is quite good. And the producer, wanting those sweet, sweet origin story bucks, was just like, write the story writer, or we'll have Ray do it. Essentially. Basically just kind of like giving him an ultimatum of just like, if you don't do it, we're going to have someone else do it anyway, and we will move forward without you.
Judgment.
So the guy ended up just being like, fine, sure. And he wrote Hannibal Rising, knocked it out in, I don't know, an afternoon or something. And it was bad, but they made a movie, and the movie was bad. And then, you know, years and years later, the TV show Hannibal takes all of these disparate elements from across the canon, and it's just like, what if we made them work? What if we made them kind of good, actually? I've talked before about how I like it when franchises respect, like, even, like, the worst parts of their canon, and, like, treat them, like, on equal footing as, like, the parts that they know everyone loves. And the TV show Hannibal is another really good example of that, where it's just like, yeah, no, people, generally speaking, enjoy Red Dragon. You know? Ow. People, generally speaking, enjoy Red Dragon. People don't quite enjoy the movie, the story Hannibal quite as much. And people definitely hate the shit out of Hannibal Rising. But, all the same, these are all parts of the canon, in one sense or another, so why not just kind of, like, utilize them? They're there. They are toys in the toy box. We might as well play with our dolls.
You are ending.
And I respect that. Now, the kind of interesting thing about Hannibal is that, like, despite the fact that it, like, also brings in stuff from the movie, or the story Hannibal, Hannibal Rising, and Red Dragon, all of the events in it take place actually before Red Dragon.
Crush! Crush! Crush!
Please, I'm trying to talk here. If you've ever seen, like, an adaptation of Red Dragon, whether it is the Edward Norton movie or whether you watched the movie Manhunter, which, hilariously enough, to bring this back to what we were just talking about, features the dude who plays Gil Grissom in the original run of CSI. Wait, what? Yeah, he's in that. Brian Cox plays Hannibal. And Gil Grissom's actor is Will Graham. But, like, each of those movies kind of established that, like, Will Graham and Hannibal had worked together previously, and their working together resulted in Will being left in a state where it was difficult for him to kind of, like, get back into like, working in police work. And essentially the entire show of Hannibal up to midway through season 3 is basically about, like, what happened that got him to that point. And then it's the weirdest thing. I kind of think the back half of season 3 is, like, the weakest part of that show, despite the fact that it is the direct adaptation of Red Dragon. I don't think I like it quite as much as everything that came before. I'm gonna be honest.
I'm on! Loose. Yeah.
Like, I don't know, something about, like, the way that the characters are characterized and, like, the dialogue, it feels so different, you know? I'm on, Goose. Yeah. I'm on, Goose. I'm ogre. Alright. Let's go see this and buy some stuff.
No need to rush.
No, Diz, I actually do have to rush. I've been going for kind of a while now. Well, while I am cleaning out some stuff here, I do want to take this opportunity to thank everybody for coming by the stream. I hope you all had a good time.
I don't even want to know how you got these. Okay, maybe I do. Those boatman's coins are pretty rare.
I know I did.
Where'd you find them?
If you enjoyed the stream, you can subscribe here on Twitch. We have special emotes for subscribers. You can also follow me on Blue Sky and Tumblr at AcidXShark. That's AcidXSHRK, where I post all the streams as they happen. Or you can follow me on YouTube at AcidXShark, where I post all the streams after they happen. Art for the stream was done by Audrey and B of Team Catapult, who you can find on Blue Sky, Twitch, Tumblr, VGen, YouTube at Team Catapult. That's TEAMCATPLE. They do great work. Highly recommend checking their stuff out. Highly recommend commissioning them once they're open.
Credit. You know how hard it is to sneak this stuff past Volgrim? VTuber was done by Teva, who you can find on Blue Sky at Teva Meow. That's TEVAMEOW, with rigging by V747, who you can find on Patreon. Upcoming streams tomorrow: Deadly Premonition. Saturday, Final Fantasy XIV in the evening, because I'm working that day. Next week, Tuesday, El Paso Elsewhere. Thursday, Darksiders Genesis, etc., etc., etc. Let me just real quick check to see if anybody is streaming right now. Penelope's streaming. Let's raid Penny. Why not? Anything else? I think that's it. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, and I'll see you next time on the Shark Stream. Same Shark time, same Shark channel. Take care, everybody.